Amazulu and Orlando Pirates will compete in the final of the MTN8 at the Moses Mabhida Stadium on the 5th of November. Now, to help us look at how these two teams got there, we've roped in a former Kaizer Chiefs midfielder, Josta Dladla. Good morning, Josta. Thank you so much for joining us on Sports on Morning Live.
Good morning, Busisiwe, and good morning to all your viewers at home.
Now, just as we start our conversation, let's perhaps just start with a drought that we've seen out at Naturana. 2 wins away from an evasive trophy, and it just seems like Kaizer Chiefs froze under those lights at the Moses Mabhida Stadium.
Well, I mean, let me start by congratulating Amazulu. I mean, the Amazulu nation, I mean, for qualifying to the final in like 30 years. They haven't, done it in a long time. And I mean, I got to give it to them. I mean, they deserve it. But on the other side, the Amakosi nation, the fans came out in numbers. And I mean, I think the players didn't come out. I mean, they didn't show up at the game. Only one shot at goals, one shot on target at goals, like throughout the 90 minutes. That kind of sums up the whole situation that was happening here in Durban. And I think for me, the players, none of the players looked like, they wanted to play. They looked deflated. And I thought on Wednesday when they played against Galaxy, I mean, they showed something. And I was like, I believe that, they might come out and win this game and go all the way to the final with Pirates. But I mean, after watching the game, I was really disappointed on how the boys, performed today.
And I mean, I think what you're saying now is a lot of the sentiments that we're seeing from a lot of former Chiefs players. I mean, Dr. Khumalo almost came to tears yesterday. But let's talk about the Chiefs campaign so far this season. We've seen it being riddled by a lot of elementary mistakes, not capitalizing on opportunities in front of goal. And we've also seen a lot of that blame being moved to the coach, At Zwane. What do you make of his stint so far this season as the head coach?
Well, I mean, the head coach, Arthur came from a development side, and I mean, he was just given this, a massive task of changing the team. I mean, the team hasn't been doing well for a while. The team hasn't played the way we know them to play. I mean, they've lost their identity. At least the man who's been put out there to come and be the savior of the whole situation. And for the first time in a long time, the Kaizer Chiefs defense, were a bit solid for me. I was really worried coming into this game, and I did say that, the less mistakes they make, they will qualify. And the defense didn't, make no mistakes the whole game. Now, the players that are going forward, they show nothing. So the inconsistency of the team for me has just been the problem. They do well today. They look like a world-class, not a world-class team. They look like, they've got something that they want to show us out there. And next week, I mean, they come out and they don't give up anything, and that's been the problem of the whole team. And as a coach, what do you do? I mean, you probably give the players your blueprint, and it's up to them if they want to go out there and fight for you, or if they want to go out there and fight for the patch. I mean, the players didn't look like they wanted to go to the final. They didn't look hungry on the day.
Let's move our conversation more towards Amazulu now. I mean, we saw them find that crucial away goal in that first leg at FNB Stadium. And now they're going to find themselves in the final against the Orlando Pirates, which we saw dominating Mamelodi Sundowns on Saturday. How do you see this final playing out? Could Usutu shock the Buccaneers in that final?
I mean, the Zulu Nation have shocked everybody. Just qualifying for them, just losing in the final. I mean, I don't think they're under pressure. Nobody expects them to go all the way. Nobody expected them to be where they are now. And I think the team that's more under pressure is Orlando Pirates. And it's going to be an interesting game because I mean, Pirates, how they played against Sundowns, they played defensively, and they've been the best defensive side in the league, this far. And I think the players that are going to be more motivated are the Amazulu players, because these are the players that will let go by a lot of teams. And they want to go out there and show, the people that, we've been let go by certain teams, but we're here to show you guys that, those teams make mistakes. On the other side, Pirates, they're just doing their job quietly, so just, getting a point there, and hardly concedes. And it's going to be interesting, but just scoring against Pirates is always going to be one of those huge tasks for a team. So it's going to be an interesting final on the 5th of November. I'm looking forward to it. And I think whoever wants it more, like he's gonna win this one. Like we shouldn't count that. Amazulu can actually like surprise a lot of people out there.
And as I wrap up with you, Josta, just quickly, when Coach Jose Riviera joined Pirates, he was unknown to a lot of people, and some were saying, "Oh, who's this plumber that's now joined the Buccaneers?" What do you make of what he's been able to do with the team?
Crazy. I mean, that's a coach. Like you can see, he knows what he's doing. I mean, he's starting to build his team from the back, and that's why a lot of coaches, that are successful in any team that they coach, they know that the team you build from the back. If your spine is not that strong, you'll never win anything. The attacks can win you 2 games, 3 games, but your defenders and your midfielders that are working hard every day, they're gonna win you trophies, they're gonna win you titles. And hence that they hardly concede. And he understands that the less goals I concede at the back, the better chances of me scoring that 1 goal. And if I score that 1 goal, it will definitely win me that game. And you can see what he's trying to do with the team. I haven't seen Pirates being so solid in a long time. And I mean, for once, he's giving the trio, the Sundowns trio, sleepless nights. They don't know how to deal with these guys. A lot of teams don't know how to deal with Pirates. And I think Riviera, for me, is just doing a great job when it comes to Pirates. And you can see the Pirates fans coming out in numbers now when Pirates is playing.
Josta, thank you so much for your time this morning. We do look forward to that final on the 5th of November. Have a blessed day.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Let's see. I would like to see the stadium being filled up on the 5th. Let's go out there and support Amazulu. Let's go out there and support Pirates on the 5th.
Thank you so much, Josta. That is, of course, Josta Dladla, former Kaizer Chiefs player, talking all things MTN8 final. It will be happening between Orlando Pirates as well as Amazulu on the 5th of November.